Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about the cells. So before starting or before moving to the board, we should know about the cells, the basic concept of the cells. As we all know that the whole buildings or the public places are made up of bricks. So bricks are the basic unit to make a house. So in the same way, when we talk about the living organism, at that time, cell is the basic unit of the life. As we all know that there are different types of cells, especially the animal cells and the plant cells. So today we are going to talk about them. So let's move to the board. Let's start with the animal cells. An animal cell is a eukaryotic cells, which means it has a true nucleus and other membrane-bound organelles. So before moving to the other organelles, we should know the meaning of the word eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic mean all the organelles that are present within the cells, they all are membrane bounded. Mean a membrane is present around them, or you can say they have a true nucleus. Why they have a true nucleus? Because there is a membrane around the nucleus. In the same way, when we talk about the prokaryotic cell, it is opposite to the eukaryotic. Prokaryotic means they don't have a true nucleus and they don't have membrane bound organelles. Why they don't have a true nucleus? As I told you, in the prokaryotic organism, they don't have a membrane-bound organelles. So that's why the nucleus is not there. Next, the animal cell are the basic structure and function units of animals and the human. They are highly specialized and carry out specific function to maintain the life of the organisms. So the animal cells are, either it's for animals or human, because human is a social animal. So we can say that we have, when we talk about the human cell, we can say these are the animal cells. Now let's move to the components that are present within the animal cells. So start with the outer one, the outer layer, cell membrane. You can see the diagram. The outer membrane that is present in the cell, the animal cell, is the cell membrane. Cell membrane have the different function. They can protect the cells. They are going to control what is going to move in and out of the cell. It is a semi-permeable membrane that surrounds the cell, providing a barrier between the cell and its environment. It controls the entry and exit of the substance in and out of the cell. So the word semi-permeable here, semi-permeable means allow some things to move in and out, not going to allow everything to move in and out. It's a good barrier between the cell and the environment and control entry and exit. The second thing is the nucleus. Nucleus is present within the center, as our brain is there to control the body, the different function of the body. In the same way, the nucleus in the cell control all the functions that are going to happen in the cell, and you can say that nucleus is the brain of the cell. The nucleus is the control center of the cell. It contains the cell's DNA, which carries the genetic information necessary for cell functioning and reproduction. So nucleus contains the important thing, that is the genetic material. The next thing is the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is just a jelly-like substance that is present in the cell. And in the cytoplasm, all the organelles can move, and is the site of many cellular processes. Next one is the mitochondria. Mitochondria is an important one. Mitochondria are referred as the powerhouse of the cell. So whenever we need energy, who is going to provide the energy to our body? That is the mitochondria. And how it provides energy? In mitochondria, respiration happens. How respiration happens and how it will provide energy, I'm going to tell it to you. Normally, our body is going to store the glucose, C6H12O6. And when we are going to breathe in, we are going to take oxygen with ourselves into the body, into the different cells. So when they combine together, reaction happen, and they are going to release carbon dioxide gas that we are going to exhale out with water and The last thing is the energy. So we are going to consume that energy, and energy in the form of ATP. So what is going to happen in the respiration process? In the mitochondria of the cell, glucose is already present. When we breathe in oxygen, glucose and oxygen react with each other and they produce carbon dioxide gas that we are going to exhale out, water and energy in the form of ATP. Remember this thing, mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and never confuse with the respiration and ventilation. Respiration happen in the cells, where ventilation happen between the environment and the lungs, in which we are going to inhale in oxygen and release carbon dioxide gas. Okay, let's move back. The next organelle that is present in the animal cell is the endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is a network of membrane involved in the synthesis and transport of proteins and lipids. It can be rough endoplasmic reticulum or smooth endoplasmic reticulum. It depends which type of reticulum it is. If the ribosomes are present on its surface, we call this rough endoplasmic reticulum. And if ribosomes are not present, we are going to call it as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The next part is the Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus is involved in modifying, storing, and packing protein and lipids into vesicles for the transport to their specific destination within or outside the cells. So the next thing, Golgi apparatus, when endoplasmic reticulum is going to prepare the proteins. In the presence of ribosome, the Golgi apparatus is going to pack it, first modify, sort it, and then pack it, and then it move it to the specific place where it is needed. The last organ is the vacuole that is present in the animal cells. Vacuole are fluid-filled sacs that store water, nutrients, ions, and waste material. Vacuole is present in animal in small one. Like when we talk about the plant cell, a larger vacuole is present, but when we talk about the animal cell, smaller vacuoles are present and they are going to store the nutrients, iron, water, and the waste material. They help maintain the cell internal pressure and provide support to the cell. Here you can see the diagram again. There are a lot of other organelles that are present, but we are not going to do that one. We did about the vacuole, Golgi apparatus, not Golgi vesicles, cell membrane, mitochondria, cytoplasm, nucleus, rough endoplasmic reticulum. We also talk about the ribosomes. So ribosomes, you can say it's a factory where protein synthesis occur, and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So these are the organelles about which we talk. Okay, now we have to move toward the plant cells. Almost all the organelles are present in the plant cell. Now we are going to just differentiate between them, that which extra organelles are present in the plant. The first organelle that is present in plant cells are cell wall. You can see the outer membrane in plant cell is the cell wall, where when we talk about the animal cell, the outer membrane is the cell membrane. Cell wall is the rigid structure that provides the strength and a proper shape to the cell. Then after cell wall is the cell membrane, Golgi apparatus are there. Yes, important thing, a bigger vacuole is present in the center as I told you before. This vacuole again contains the sap. Sap means water and the nutrient. And one more important thing that is present in the plant cell are the chloroplasts. We all know that plant do photosynthesis process. So how they are going to do photosynthesis process? Due to this chloroplast. Now let's move here. These are again the organelles. The first one, the cell wall. Cell wall, plant cell have a rigid cell wall made up of cellulose. So cell wall is made up of which thing? Cell wall is made up of cellulose, first thing. And other cell walls are made up of different things. For example, when we talk about the bacteria cell, it's made up of different chemicals. Then cell membrane is again present, nucleus, cytoplasm, mitochondria, and the chloroplast. That is a different one. Chloroplast is used for the photosynthesis process. Now we have to move toward the differences between the animals and the plant cells, and you can say it's the conclusion. Cell wall is absent in animal cell, where it is present in plant cell. Cell walls are round in shape, where plant cells are rectangular. In the animal, one or more smaller vacuoles are present, but in the plant, only one larger vacuole is present. Animal cells don't contain the chloroplast, which plant cells contain. Cytoplasm is present in both of them, ribosomes, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus, and cell membrane. These all organelles are present in both of them. So this is the last of the lecture. If you got any question, you can ask. Take care. Bye.